A great view of our broadcast location today, downtown Atlanta. We're all set to bring you today's action. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Collins.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. JaVale McGee is out there with Davis, and it's Bradley in at the 1. And for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Dedmon in at the 5 spot. Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point.
And so it's the Hawks heading on the board first. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Young with the steal. Puts up a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Young's got 5 now.
And the touch Young has from beyond the arc, he is almost unguardable from there.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
The Lakers off to a slow start. 8-point game. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Davis dishes to Green. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And he can't bank that one in. Hawks have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. To the middle. And finished off by Collins.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses, understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
LeBron kicks to Davis. Fires the 3. Hunter grabs the miss. Here's the Hawks with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Shot on the wing. Herter, no good.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Young against Bradley. To the wing on the left. Herter. The offensive rebound. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hawks ahead. They're up by 6. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Lakers trail by 6. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Hawks, Teague out there with Reddish. Then there's Carter. Then it's Jones. And it's Fernando in at the power forward. And Rajon Rondo, the basket on the assist by Howard. Rondo's got his first points of the night.
No doubt about that. It's a bonus anytime you can get Rondo to knock down those contested jump shots. Great focus there on the finish.
Now here's Teague. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot.
Right,
who can defend multiple positions, but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
Kuzma can't get it to go.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Yes, that goes in. Fernando's got his first basket.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Caldwell Pope, and that one hits back iron.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
Reddish kicks to Teague. And it's slammed in by Teague.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Rondo. That shot, no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That will complete this four-game homestand. Teague finds Carter. Pass to Fernando. The Hawks working the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Teague for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Well, we'll see if they have the awareness to realize that. You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Teague's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hawks.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
It's tipped. Here's Morris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And he sinks the second. 19 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now, here is Young. He has 5. The tray. That shot off. And so it's Atlanta holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in warm-up. So we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
I have never heard anyone say it starts in warm-ups until now. Thanks, AD. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Atlanta was looking great right away. They strung together several impressive trips down the floor to open things up with an 8-0 run. They were hot as the first quarter came to a close, making all 5 of their last 5 shots of the period. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Lakers.
Well, obviously, they were outshot.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One guy who's been getting it done is Danny Green.
But really, the numbers aren't gaudy. They don't stick out, but his energy and impact does.
Yep, and you know what? He does the dirty work for him. That grit and grind type of work. Always hustling all the time.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green is out there with Avery Bradley, and it's McGee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Lakers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Taking 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Pass to Dedmon. Good D by LeBron.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Young with no one around. Traps in the tray. Young's got 8 points. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
Atlanta shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
And so Young nails them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Bradley passes to Davis, and the shot is good. Davis has got his second bucket.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Here's Herter, guarded by Bradley. And Davis sends it back. And they get it back. He gets it in there.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Bradley, no one around him. No good on the 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
It's Collins with the drive, and the shot goes in.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
The pass to James. Here's Howard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
And it's sent back by Howard.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level. Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Passes it to Fernando. Rebounded by Howard.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
And it's good for 2. 6 points for Anthony Davis.
Boy, you're playing with fire anytime you leave somebody open on James' team. I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Young doesn't go for him. Great D that time from LeBron. On up the court. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
Yeah, the replay center in Secaucus is providing the officials with the necessary footage to make the call. We're seeing what they're seeing with the best possible angles.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. We come back right after this.
I don't really give a...
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. We've got Teague. Carter is out there with Jones. Then it's Reddish. And it's Graham in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Carter dishes to Reddish. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Caruso. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 4th assist in this one.
And hard to pass on that good a look from three-point range, even if you've got a clear path to the basket.
Here's Teague, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Now here is Carter. He's covered closely. Sinks the triple. And the Hawks lead by 6.
You know, there isn't a lot of time in between when T caught the ball and then when he let it fly. I mean, that was a great example of a quick catch and shoot.
And Kuzma slams it in.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're in front by 4. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. So for the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Carter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Reddish. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. McGee's checked in. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, Lloyd Pierce talked with his team during that last time out. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them he's doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense and just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
Teague against Rondo. High arcing shot, and the layup good by Teague.
Hey, Teague knows that he can come up big in big moments. His team needed a bucket, and he delivered.
Outside Rondo shoots the three. Great D that time from Teague.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Lakers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Yes!
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Here's Young. It drops.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
And the Lakers call time here. They're trailing by 5. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And the decision-making tonight has just been outstanding. If the shot hasn't been there for him, he's just kept the ball moving. And that patience is how he's gotten his field goal percentage to almost 60 here tonight.
Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Young for 3. Dedmon. Good!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're down by 5. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. And Collins has got the ball here for the Hawks. At one point, they led by 16. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
At the line for the Hawks, Kevin Huerter. 2 shots.
And he does get the second one. And that increases their lead to 6. Here's Rondo. 15 seconds left in the game. Now Kuzma. From past the arc. Trifecta!
And this is why Rondo is so special. A proven champion who time and time again comes up big in critical stretches of the game.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're leading by 3. 5 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And, of course, all the comparisons to Steph Curry. Young just trying to be the best version of himself, and we've already seen the upside.
And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Alder, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.